Good morning, everybody. How are you all? It's Lorraine from pregnancyexercise.co.nz, coming live to you most mornings at 9 a.m. with tips for pre and postnatal exercise, health and wellness. All right, today we're going to talk about tight hips. So I know in pregnancy, postpartum, sleeping through the night, even now, many years postpartum, so many women can suffer from tight and aching hips. So we're constantly, you can feel it here, aching through here, aching in the night, and in the morning and kind of, through the day. So you can kind of feel this ache and it radiates here. All right, so some of the reasons for that is definitely muscle imbalances, but also it's generally a lot of where we hold our stress, and we don't realize that. As females, you start to realize when you feel the stress in your shoulders and we hold tension there. Well, what we don't often realize is we're actually holding a lot of tension in our hips. So those muscles start to become overused, overworked, and create the aches and the pains. Okay, so we need to release those muscles, and we need to realize that when we are stressed and standing up for long periods of time with the kids, that we are actually taking too much stress there. So a lot of the time, to reduce this achiness through the hips is a change in our mental wellness and breathing and realizing the connection of stress and what it does on our hips. All right, so what we want to do is when we're standing up throughout the day, okay, this is what, because I realized this as a personal trainer when I used to work, teaching 18, 20 clients a week, standing up all day. I think it was in my third pregnancy or second or even third pregnancy. I realized what I was doing, and I would be standing up, can you see like that, and holding that tension there all day without even realizing it. So I was kind of doing this, squeezing those glutes. All right, but it brings the tension here. So I just want you to now, just to stand up, give your legs a little bit of a shake, okay, and just breathe a couple of times and just make sure those muscles are staying relaxed under your hands. So you can feel the tension. If you start to feel that tension through the day, you can feel it on these muscles straight away at the front. So first tip, think about relaxing a little bit more through the hips when you're standing up. All right, second, stretch. All right, now you can do this stretch at any time of the day. 15, 20 years ago, we were told you couldn't stretch until you were really warm. Okay, so if you get out of bed in the morning, you're nice and warm, muscles are quite warm, get out of the shower, okay, same. All right, so what I want you to do is stretch out your hip flexors. Now, a lot of us do this wrong, okay? So a lot of us do this and say we can't feel that stretch. Okay, so what I want you to do, make sure the front leg's at 90 degrees. You can get down and do this now. Okay, and then all you do is a little tilt under and a slight lean from here, and you should feel that stretch now. What you can also do is slightly, I'll show you this. Okay, so watch my hip here. I'm going to tuck under, and then I'm just going to push it out a little bit and come forward. So I'm feeling that stretch down here. Now, when you're doing the stretch, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, focus on relaxing through here. Okay, can you all feel that? I can feel that. That's pretty tight. What we can also do as well, because we've got to think of all the muscle groups that surround through the hips. This is a great area to also stretch out through your TFL, your quadriceps lumbar, not your TFL. Okay, your QL, and you can also link it with this stretch. Do that now, that should accentuate this, and now we've got a good back stretch going on as well. All right, so do that. So release the tension through the day by now being aware of the tension that you're carrying in the hips, that stretch, and then here's the painful part, team. All right, tennis ball if you can. If you've got a roller, that's great. Okay, what you can do is, with a ball, if they're quite sore, just a gentle massage, and you want to kind of get in this area here, okay? So just start to rub around and you'll feel little trigger points. Okay, now this is kind of like the warm-up. This is not too painful. So you can just massage this area here. You can actually get into the glutes, and if you feel any trigger points on the glutes, hold that in. Painful part is, okay, where that was, lie down on it, and you can do that deep trigger point there. And just what I do is like to find the trigger point, ease off a little bit, so take your body weight up a little bit so it's not too painful. Okay, if it's painful, your body reacts. All right, so it needs to be kind of a 7 to 8 on that pain intolerance. And then you can just work around it. I'm just moving my hips a little bit now with that underneath it. And just gentle circles and up and down. 2 minutes of that, a minute on each hip each day, the stretches, and you will, I promise you, you'll start to feel that release. Now, a lot of women through their pregnancy tend to wake up with tight hips, you know, through the night, and it can get quite uncomfortable. And generally, that's just because, you know, we're told to sleep on the left side. We know it's great for circulation, for health of the baby, but to continually sleep on that one side all night is pretty hard on your body. So often it's just that, you know, so you can swap around a little bit, okay, to release that tension. Obviously, predominantly we want to be on the left-hand side more, but if it's too painful, and as soon as you turn off onto that hip, it releases and you can get back to sleep, you will turn over automatically onto that left side. But again, also make sure that when you're asleep, that you're not holding on to tension in your hips, okay? So have your pregnancy pillow in a position where your hips are nice and relaxed and they're not tense, okay? So look at that as well. And what I also suggest to mums is do your stretches before you go to bed at night, have a hot shower, do your massage, and that should also help as well. All right, team, so that's your 9 o'clock session for today. Hey, any questions, any comments, put them down. Anything that you want me to cover, we're gonna start looking at health, wellness a little bit more, what we need to be eating throughout the day, water, etc. We will look more into exercise over the next couple of weeks, pelvic floor, definitely jumping, go through all of those. But anything you want to know, let it down on topics that we can discuss. Breastfeeding and exercise, etc. Go for it. Let me know. All right. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Make sure you please like and comment, because then more people will get to see it now on Facebook. Please tell your friends and family about our website, which holds all the information, workouts, programs, blogs, you name it. It's all there on pregnancyexercise.co.nz. Thanks for joining this morning. Bye.